Ha! It would help if I turn my mic on. Hello, friends. Welcome to our Team Steve benefit raffle. We've got some friends in the house already. Johnny Dean is here. Cheers. Asking how my wife is doing. My wife is pregnant, if you didn't already know that. She's doing pretty good. Bourbon of the Week is our guest tonight. We are featuring him, and very, very shortly we will be bringing him on. So, just kind of wanted to go through what we are doing tonight. We have a live stream to benefit Team Steve, and when Chris comes on, he'll explain why he chose that and how we can do this. For right now, we are going to talk about the raffle details. Now, everything is in the description of the video, including links to where you can Venmo Chris. And here is the potential. Nope. There we go. All right. Here is the potential raffle details, including the bottle list. There are some pretty awesome bottles on there. And there's really only one of those that I would not want to win, and that's Elmer Teely. Although I'm sure I could win it and give it to somebody else, but that's just me. But all of these gifts are awesome. They are fantastic. I even donated a Blanton single barrel myself. So I'm pumped to see this. I know there has been childhood cancer in my family, and pretty much anything that we can do to get that eradicated, I'm all about. So I'm all about helping out. The goal here tonight is to raise money for charity and have some fun along the way. So we're going to be doing some giveaways of our own for people who buy tickets tonight. So if you follow Chris's instructions and then you also put your YouTube name in that when you Venmo him, you'll be entered to win the prizes for just tonight. So we did this with the ABC raffle. We're doing it again tonight, and we're giving away some awesome prizes, including some stretch goals. So if we get to $1,000, I will add some pretty sweet goals. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Chris on. And bear with me because I didn't have time ahead of time to size his stuff. Chris, start collab cam. Let's go back real quick. I'll send this to Chris. Oh no, here he is. Dope. Chris, show on stream. Chris, can you hear me? Okay, hold up. It's probably on my end. Sign to a camera, that would help. There we go. All right, we can see you. Give me 1 second. Actually, I can hear you now. So awesome.
You can hear me.
I can hear you.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
So, first question, why Team Steve?
All right. Well, first of all, I appreciate you doing this. You do an amazing job. Not only hosting, just the amazing work that you do here on YouTube as far as these live streams. You are so good at all of this. So when you reached out and said that you wanted to help me out with this, I knew nobody that I wanted to go to before you. So thank you for that. Team Steve is, like you said, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month in September. In 2004, late 2004, Stephen Crow is my wife's cousin. In 2004, he was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. 8 months after his diagnosis, he unfortunately lost his battle with cancer. Obviously, this affects the family. It obviously affects the child, but it affects the family in ways that I could not even imagine. Losing a child, losing a brother, losing a cousin, anything like that. Years later, they started to realize that they wanted to do something in honor of their son. So the family started the Team Steve. They used to do a lot of bike races down in Atlantic City to raise money. They did a lot of stuff like that. But recently, they've partnered with Cure Search, who I believe has 35 years in the game as far as raising money and putting it towards the funds that need to be in the right places for the right people to come up with some new medicines, come up with some new technologies to try and eradicate the childhood cancer in specific areas that they are working on. So Team Steve, very close to me, is, like I said, my wife's cousin. And again, recently them starting to work with Cure Search and starting their own Team Steve Foundation within the past couple of years, I decided I feel like we're finally at some point here on WhiskeyTube and knowing the community enough, what we can do as a community to come through and try and raise something for them. So,
dude, love it. You know, I'm always down to help.
Yeah.
Childhood cancer, I don't know if you know, is in my family. My wife actually had leukemia when she was little, so it's something very close to my heart. I think to both of us. So
Yep.
anything we can do, man.
Yeah.
I'm down to help. So
Wonderful.
so let's get it. Let's donation link is in the description if you guys want to donate. I did go over the raffle info. We will go over that again when we are getting closer. I also want to fix my total race at some point. But what Chris is currently pouring is a blind of Nulu.
Oof. Very, very little experience with Nulu, by the way.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to hear that. I mean, I've probably cooled a little bit on Nulu over my whiskey tube experience, but I think they're still putting out some fantastic whiskey. I like them more than I like Penelope, and I see them as competitors. So that to me is kind of the comparison there.
Gotcha. Well, we'll find
We
out.
have, yeah, we have JL in the house saying cheers, gents. Dive for Life 1606. Cheers. And I wish I could figure out how to get this new app that I'm using to actually show emojis instead of tell you what the emoji is. But we're not there. So, all right, you are pouring up. I need something to drink. Chris,
I was.
what do you think I should drink?
Ooh, I thought you were gonna drink some Nulu with me tonight, but what are you feeling?
I
I
mean, I
don't
can.
know. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you. Don't pull out anything that's in the blind though. I don't want any hints. I don't want any hints. You can do Nulu
Okay.
on it. You got any Blanton's Gold sitting over there? I'm doing
You know, I
obviously the
actually do. I have one that I opened and have not tried. That is somewhere.
Blanton's Gold will be our major bottle giveaway as one of the that I'm donating myself personally because obviously gold is the ribbon for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So
Matt O'Driscoll said, "Is audio fixable? Littlewood is way louder than Gooch." Matt, tell me if I
I can
fixed it a
turn
good
down.
time. Chris, down a little. No, I got you on this
Okay,
end.
gotcha.
So yeah, hopefully I have fixed that. I'm kind of watching your levels. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go find my Blanton's Gold because I packed it up because I'm currently in the process of packing everything behind me up so that this can be a child's room and not a whiskey zone. So give me 2 seconds.
Just so you know, it looks like a great child's room just like that, is it not? No. Yeah, I had to move a
While
whole
he's
bunch
drinking,
myself. So come on.
yeah, the Blanton's Gold was part of my floor whiskey, so it got packed up first.
Bland's Gold does
Yes.
not deserve to be floor whiskey.
No, but like, dude, there's no room, and I didn't feel like readjusting all of my shelves to put one bottle
Understood.
of Blanton's Gold in there.
You said you have not opened this yet.
Uh, so it opened in transit, but I have not actually tasted it. So, what barrel do you have?
I have 179.
Okay, so I have 97,
Okay.
but
Oof. Oh,
I have not had a bad Blanton's Gold yet.
these are these are different.
All right, so do you want any info about them at all prior to tasting them?
No, I don't want to. We'll go
Okay,
through.
all
Well,
right,
I'll ask some questions as we go. I'll ask some
okay.
questions because I don't know.
No,
I'm
that
also not as much as I haven't experienced it. I don't know much about it. I'm assuming they're sourcing whiskey, right? They're not Nulu's not making their own whiskey.
yes, they're 100% sourcing. Some of it is Kentucky, some of it is MGP. So
Okay. And then are these all finished?
no,
Not all finished. Okay. Is number three actually Nulu? Because whatever that, do you know which one is which? Obviously, at this point.
I do. Yes.
Okay. Number three smells terrible. Just so you know. Oh boy. That
Gonna
laugh
get to
makes me a
some
little nervous
comments.
right now.
Dave Warmingham, or Uncle Dave as we affectionately refer to him. Hey, mom to be talking. I'm assuming to my wife, not to me, but it really could go either way.
Hey.
Um, James Jordan, hello from Central PA. Johnny Dean is currently sipping some boozy fruit out of his bourbon of the week blend.
Ooh. Love that.
It's a good one. News about whiskey. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing great.
All right, so off the noses, I'm just gonna tell you my first impressions. I'm not a
Oh,
big,
please do.
I don't nose guy. I don't nose things too often. So
Okay.
3 to me smells like burnt Band-Aids is what I get.
So scotch.
It does almost smell scotchy to me. Yes, but like not very peated. I don't. It's weird. I don't know. Jared Lee coming in quick with a quick $100 dono. Let me update. I'm gonna update this as I go, folks. So if you guys are wondering what I'm
Yeah.
doing on my phone over here, I
I
want to
need
make
to
sure we're
fix the
updating.
total raised real quick, so bear with me because it's
Okay.
just not working at all. So I got to delete the scene and re-add it. Window capture. It's gonna look janky, people, and I apologize. Add source.
Jared, if you're in chat, by the way, let me know your YouTube name. Appreciate that, by the way. This is again, John. I appreciate you setting this up for me tonight. I don't know where to start
Dude,
here.
I if I can suggest, drink them in order of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Drink them in order. Okay.
Yes. Especially don't do 4 before anything else.
Uh-oh. 4 smells like my favorite.
Well,
That's why I'm drinking it last. You got
I
me
mean,
nervous now on 3.
I'll explain later. I can't explain now. Why is that not showing up?
JL.
I think that is my buddy Jackson, if I remember
Gotcha.
correctly. Bear with us here. I don't know why, but it won't add the source that I want to add. Like it
4
just doesn't
Roses
show up on
single
the batch
barrel.
list.
Which James, which single barrel do you have? Does it have a OVSO, OVSK? I forget which one's OE. I forget which one's my favorite. OB? Is it the OEs?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain currently resizing things.
Oh, one's pretty good.
So I before you tell me what you like, I kind of want to see if I can guess what your palate is like.
Okay.
Because I feel like we've been friends long enough that we both kind of know a little bit of what each other likes.
Right, right, right. OESV. I think the OEs, I can't remember if it's OE. It's been so long since I've had some of those 4 Roses.
Dude, I have the whole 10 recipe set, and I got to do it before there's 20 recipes.
You haven't even touched them?
No, I've done nothing with them. Like
Okay.
they are not my favorite thing.
4 Roses or the
Yeah,
set?
Four Roses is not my favorite.
Oh, I'm a big 4 Roses fan.
Yeah. To me, it ends up being um, a little bit too like herbal and baking spices.
Okay. I
So
can see that.
that the baking spices, especially when it's like one dimensionally baking spices, is not my favorite thing. But that's just me. I know there's people out there that
Right.
love it. It's just how it is. James Jordan coming in clutch with the super chat. It's actually the first super chat I've ever received, so thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Get that.
let's get to what I'm giving away for my portion of tonight. Real quick. First thing, I have a little Blanton's Mini that I'm going to give away with a fresh sticker pack. So I have fresh Gentleman and Whiskey stickers and bumper stickers that say "I break for
Ooh,
bourbon." Those are
big fan of the
actually
bumper sticker,
just
by the
arrived
way.
today. What's up?
Big fan of the bumper sticker concept, by the way. I love that.
Well, it came about because Sticker Mule had them for super cheap. So
I was looking around. I just had your stickers around here somewhere. Now I can't
yeah,
find them.
you have the one of the. I think I gave you one of the Glen ones and one of
Yeah,
the Kiss Cut Gentleman and Whiskey.
yeah, it
My
might be
new
behind the
branding is what I'm
computer.
calling it.
New branding.
So yeah, I'm playing around with branding now that I'm launching like memberships and Patreon and stuff. I needed something extra to like differentiate from our tasting group, which has a Discord with the same logo that I run for YouTube. So I needed a
Okay.
different kind of logo, and I've been playing the whole like drink like a gentleman thing for a while now. So I feel like it's time to kind of integrate that into the branding.
I like it.
News about whiskey: drinking Penelope Toasted Rye. Bender said, "Never thought I was a Four Roses fan, but opened a private select that is the best bourbon I've ever owned." That's awesome. Also, my
I've
wife
never
is
had one of
drinking
their private
water.
selects, I don't think. Water, obviously.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised it's not a seltzer. We're big seltzer people.
My wife will grab a Heineken Zero every once in a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell me, here's what I want to know without knowing too
Okay.
much about these.
Go for it.
Give me price ranges. You don't have to tell me like specifically one is this price, but like, are we in the $100 range on all of these?
No. Two of them are under 100. Two of them are over 100.
Are they close to 100 or is it like substantially under 100?
So I think it's. I'm just going in order of price. This isn't necessarily in order of like one, two, three, four, but
Gotcha.
65. I think 85, 110, and 170.
Damn. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna try along with guessing whatever I can guess about these. I'm gonna try and guess which one. I'm not gonna try and guess every price. I'm gonna try and guess the 171 though.
Okay.
Just because it's so much more expensive than everything else in here. Oh my God. I don't even want to drink number three, to be quite honest with you. Oof. Yeah, well, down the hatch. Okay. Not nearly as bad. Oh, it's smoky though. That is smoky.
Really? It's
I
awesome.
get like smoky on that.
Maybe I sneaked a
Matt
scotch
coming
in
in
there.
with the 100.
Nice.
Appreciate you. PA Bourbon Squad in the house.
Dude, Matt's killing it.
They do so well with that.
Yeah, we're
I've been a part of I'm not a part of a lot of whiskey Facebook groups. Obviously, PA Bourbon Squad is my number one. There's a
yeah,
few other
same.
ones that they do some things, but I'm a part of other Facebook groups outside of the whiskey world, and just how well this one is organized and ran is I'm blown away by how well they do with it personally.
Dude,
So
I tell them all the
be
time it is the least toxic Facebook group I'm a
it's
part
just
of, like at all,
it's
let alone
crazy.
whiskey.
All right, three is still not good, by the way. It's just
Okay.
less bad than I thought it was going to be. That's all I'll
I
say about
so
that.
so I think there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you later.
You mixed it up with something disgusting.
I did not.
Oh, it literally like like burnt rubber, burnt something on here. But the palate, see, the palate is crazy different than what I was getting on the nose. So when I update this, will it automatically update on here?
Sure did.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you, Mr. Streamer Technology. This is the guy,
Dude,
by
it
the way,
is
everybody, who I've been texting. I bought a new camera that he recommended to me. And I think I've been texting him more in the past 3 days, 2 days about settings on this camera to get it
true.
working. And he just knows every single thing. It's crazy.
Dude, but it looks so good. I mean, like the honestly, the depth of field is fantastic.
Yeah. So we talked about how it we were on one night talking about how it looked compared to my old camera. And on
Yep.
my computer, I don't know if my computer monitor, I don't know if it's because it's so good or because it's not good enough that it couldn't pick up the variation.
Mm.
But when you like watch it back, like I did a YouTube, just like a private YouTube live, and then I did an Instagram live, and I was at people are like, not even close, not even close.
Yeah.
This camera looks better. Oh man. All right, let's get into four. I'm trying not to give away which ones I love, but oh man. So because they're blind, I can use some coloring to my advantage. 1, 2, and 3 no, 1 and 3 are very similarly colored. 2 is
Okay.
a smidge darker. 4 is dark. 4 is like a bronze colored compared to these 2 are like goldish, more yellowy, and then 2 isn't crazy dark, but it's definitely darker than 1 and 3. But 4 is dark. 4 almost feels like it's double oaked or it's older, one or the other. But I don't know age statements. Does Nulu put out age
Mm.
statements or do they tell you age statements?
Um, sometimes, sometimes
On
not.
like single barrels perhaps?
Yeah, on the single barrels, I think they do show age statements.
Okay. So first time through, if you had well, you already know number 3 is not on my list. If you had to
Yeah.
guess which one you think is my favorite, which one would you go with?
See, I think it's four,
Okay.
and then one, two.
And then obviously 3. First time through, I don't disagree with you. I think you're right on par there. I think it's 4. 1 and 2 are close for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back one more time with those 2. 3 is definitely my least favorite. I'm almost positive 4 is my favorite. Last 4 of my phone is 2849 if it's asking for it. There should be a
Okay.
way to skip that if you're not because if you're not friends, it'll be like, please confirm that you know this person and you
Yeah.
want to send them
Yep.
money. But 2849 is the last if you want to do that just to confirm. But there should be a button on Venmo that allows like send without verifying or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had a few people add me as friends, which is fine with me. You can see me sending money to pizza people for pizza all the time. Just did a few bachelor parties, and it's funny. All of my friends in my like close friends group are all tequila drinkers. They drink
Mm.
tequila. They drink. I mean, they'll drink vodka like if they're drinking drinks out, but they're mostly like, hey, if we're gonna party, we're gonna take some tequila shots. So
Mm.
you'll see me at like the party, and it's everybody lined up with like a tequila drink, like a tequila sunrise or whatever, and then there's me in the
Mm.
corner with like a Jack and Coke or just like a straight up Maker's Mark in a glass.
Yeah, it's tough to
Oh,
find like whiskey that everybody likes at like a bachelor party.
everybody likes, and it's not. I understand not everybody can sit there and sip whiskey all day.
Right.
This bachelor party, you start. We were down at Dewey, Delaware, so a
Mm.
lot of day drinking, and people are like, I can't drink that all, and I can't either. I'll switch it up to something different for the day, but oh, 2 is hitting me better on the nose, but 1 is hitting
Mm.
me better on the palate.
Okay.
I feel like 2 is giving me like it's like there's more there with the nosing of it, but
Mm.
1 on the palate is just so delicious. One of these is 170. It's got to be 4. 4 has got to be the most expensive one.
I can't tell you yet.
I know, it's early.
What I can tell you is that this Blanton's Gold is delicious, and if you are at least on the fence about buying tickets for the chance to win one of these, you should absolutely do it. All
If
right,
for
let's
some
take
reason
a
you pick
real quick
Blanton's, pick
break.
somebody
I'm going
else.
to show the raffle details real quick, and we'll go from there. All right, so raffle details is on your screen right now. Oh, okay, Chris is there. Let's hide Chris real quick. So bourbon raffle is as shows $10 for an entry, $25 for 3 entries, $50 for 7, $100 for 15. Venmo Bourbon of the Week, or link is in the description of this video. Make this transaction private. Include your full name, email, and phone number. Also include your YouTube handle if you would like to win something during this live stream. We are giving away some special stuff. First thing was a Blanton's Mini and some stickers. We're going to give away a bottle if we get to our stretch goals, and probably some other merch. I have some merch on order. So this raffle list is literally fantastic. I mean, there's Weller Foolproof, Elmer T. Lee, which I don't care for, but is awesome. There's some Weller Antique, Stag 24A. You know, there's some Blantons, a Blanton's Gold, which is awesome. A bunch of picks from creators, and I actually donated a Blanton single barrel myself. So, yeah, we're trying to raise money for childhood cancer for Team Steve, which Chris is wearing the awesome shirt for Team Steve. It's definitely, I think, a passion project for both of us. All right. Can I pop out chat?
I'm throwing in a bottle tonight as well, just so you know. I'm gonna throw in.
Nice.
Hold on, let me see if I can grab
Ooh, we're
one.
at 255. Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. I bought a
Everybody,
bunch of these because they're my picks, but they're delicious. And this is Backbone Bourbon. If you haven't heard of it,
nice.
absolutely delicious. This isn't the specific bottle. I'm trying to look for the actual bottle.
There we go. Okay.
Here it is. This is the actual bottle. This is an 8-year Kelvin. So Backbone is MGP, but this is an 8-year Kelvin. 101 months, barreled in 16, bottled in 24. So this is absolutely delicious. We were selling these for like $79.99. I think the 8-year Kelvin sold out. So that's why I want to give one of these away to somebody so they can try some of our picks. But that bottle is fantastic. But we'll give that away to anybody who donates specifically tonight.
Yeah, awesome, dude. I've heard you rave about it, and I've heard good things about Backbone. I've had a few Backbone picks that were really good. I just needed to stop spending money after going to Kentucky and spending
Trust me,
$170 on a Nulu bottle.
I'm broke. I'm whiskey broke.
Dude, I hear you. James Jordan asks, how do we purchase and when is the drawing? So purchase, link is in the description. We just kind of went over that. And then Chris, when are you doing the main drawing? We're doing our drawing tonight at about 9:30, maybe a little bit earlier because I got to be up at 4 a.m. So, you know.
Fair enough. The my live will be September 30th. We start at 6 p.m. I'm gonna run for an hour to try to get donations until about 7 p.m. and then do a hard cutoff at 7 p.m. Obviously, you can still donate after 7 p.m. But once I see 7 o'clock, I'm gonna call it on the Venmo. Literally turn off my phone to the Venmo and start drawing names from there. You don't have to be live to win, which is why I'm asking for all of the information. I know there's some giveaways where they want you live to win so they can ask you what bottle you're going to win. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm just going to randomize names in a wheel. I'm going to, at the very beginning, I'm just going to randomize all the bottles and then I'm going to pick a name. If your name gets picked, that's going to be bottle number 1 and that's what you're going to get. I'll contact the person that was generous enough to donate me the bottle. I'll contact you via email to get the information to send it to you, and then your bottle will get sent directly to your door. And the other thing I want to mention is if you buy 3 tickets, you could win 3 bottles. Once your first drawing gets taken out, I'm not going to take, if you buy 3 tickets, I'm not going to take out all 3 names if one of those wins. So you could potentially, if you buy 15 tickets, technically, if the wheel likes you that night, you could win up to 15 bottles.
Yeah.
But obviously keep that in mind with how much you're buying.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel like
it
there
should
was
be
a
a lot of
comment that
fun.
was like, JL just said picked up a bottle of 13th Colony Rye, saving it to pop on the weekend. That's a good one. I like 13th Colony. Do they do
Big
cast
fan.
strength ryes except store picks?
Yes, they do. They have their cash strength
Okay.
rise out. I have one right up there actually. They're good. I like the cash strengths a lot better just because personally that's what I like to drink, but
Yeah.
everything from 13th Colonies is really good that they have coming out. Their new Double Oak 2024 is coming out and they have a sweepstakes where you can enter to win if anybody hasn't.
Yeah, I'm super jealous you got a media sample, by the way.
They
I
reach
shot
out
my
and they said,
shot.
"You want it?" I said, "Absolutely." Yeah.
I shot my shot and haven't heard back, so that means no.
They can. I don't know if they already had them done and
Yeah,
people
maybe.
picked, but
Yeah.
maybe it can't hurt to get on their list because they're definitely. I thought this. I didn't know that they were going to do one this year. I thought
Hmm.
they were done with the double oaked.
Hmm. James Jordan asked an interesting question. He asks, Calumet 16 worth? It just says the 170 ish. Is it worth 170? What do you think?
I'm a huge fan of the Calumet line, the 16, the 15. Um, I do think I personally think it is worth it. I think. I mean, people say, what do they say? It's Barton. I think they say it's
Yeah, it's Barton
Barton, Barton,
1792.
Barton
Yep.
juice. So it's I'm a fan of that. And then you put the 16. I mean, $10 per year is what they tell you. So that's
Yeah.
$160. You're asking 170. It's not. I don't think it's out of the question for the price tag if you have that money to spend. Obviously, it's all
Yeah.
subjective with your budget, but I personally think they're delicious.
I mean, if I had 170 bucks to spend and I either had one of the Nulus that you picked up that you have in front of you or the Calumet 16, I would probably pick up the Nulu just because I appreciate a little bit more proof. It's a little bit lower than I expect. But some of them have been really fantastic, and if it's readily available in your area for 170, I don't think that's too much of an overpay. So,
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, one of these being 170 makes sense to me. I just hope it's the one that I think it is.
hmm,
James Jordan with 25. Appreciate that.
nice. Yes, I get up at 4 a.m. and yes, it is yikes.
Yeah, that's tough. Is that like a forever thing or is that just like this time of the year thing?
No, it's. I mean, sometimes over the summer I don't do it as much, but I mean we work 6 to 2:30 pretty much most of the year except for summer. So in order to get there at a decent amount of time, so I can have everything ready for when people show up, you know how it is.
Right.
I got to
Yeah.
be up and at 'em and out the door by 4:30. So cheers from Oregon. Awesome, man. Thanks. What was the
Oh,
Facebook
Slim.
group called that you said was the good one in PA? It's PA Bourbon Squad. Make sure you answer all the questions
Correctly.
and
There's a
don't
math
try and
quiz at the
trade
end.
things.
Oh, I don't know, man. One and two is where I'm like focusing right now because I don't know which one I like better.
Okay.
I still feel like four either has to be like I wish I knew more about their lineup. Four either has to be double oaked or like crazy older.
Mm. Well, while you're talking amongst yourselves, pick my next pour. Next person to say something that I have in my collection, I will pour it. Or if you see it behind me, it's possible too.
Give him something good.
Yeah, yeah. I want to drink good whiskey along with Chris. So if anyone is in here and has not heard the spiel yet, we are doing a giveaway. Chris has a Blanton's Gold on there because that's in his main raffle. We are doing a side raffle that includes some crazy bottles. So far, it is Chris's Backbone. I'm giving away a Blanton's Mini, and I'm also giving away a full size Blanton's as well. So if we hit a stretch goal, I will add another bottle to that. Let's see if we get to 500 tonight. We'll add another
Ooh,
bottle.
I
If we
like
get to
that.
1,000, I might add something crazy. Who knows?
Uh-oh. Well, as you say that, we have another 50 come in.
Ooh. Dump truck Dave. So how much does Chris hate Nulu?
Dave, it's not great. No, 3 out of 4 of them are fantastic. One of them's iffy. The question's going to become what's the prices on these things?
Hmm. Ooh, Matt O'Driscoll with the Bardstown Discovery. 4 or 5. I have both.
The question is, do you have what is it? 11, I think somebody told me is like a fantastic one recently. I haven't had, no, not 11. What am I thinking of? Yeah,
12.
is it 11? 12. Is it 12?
Yeah, 12 is the one that just released and everybody loves it,
Yeah,
including
one
Luke
of them
Walmer.
came out. Oh yeah?
Yeah. All right. I haven't drank the 5 in a while, so I'm going to go for that one. Well, that's good because Matt said ether.
Matt's not picky. Matt, what are you drinking? That's the real question. Chris is my brother-in-law, by the way. Yes, Dave is my brother-in-law. Not by choice, but you know,
You can pick your friends, can't pick your family.
pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick who your sister marries, I guess.
I guess.
I guess. I told her no, but she didn't listen to me. Does Bardstown still do the Fusion series? I believe Bardstown stopped the Fusion series for the Origin series. Was it the Fusion series they stopped?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they stopped the Fusion series for the Origin series.
I want to say it was
I for,
7 was the last one.
I was just gonna say I forget what their last one was, but it was either 6 or 7. So if you think there's
I
a
know.
7
Yeah,
out
I
there,
know
then
they
it's
had a
definitely
6.
7.
Not sure about 7. Matt is
Old
currently
Elk
sipping on.
cigar cut.
Yeah.
I'm not a bit. What do you think of the cigar? What do you think of the Amberana finish? Are you a fan?
I do like a nice amber on a finish. I don't
Okay.
like anything Old Elk that, like, legitimately like anything Old Elk for the price that I've had so far.
Fusion 9 was the last one. I'm right there with you with the Old Elk. I just also can't do anything. Rocky actually hooked me up with some samples of some old not Old Elk of cigar cut stuff, cigar
Okay.
blends. And I'm like 3 or 4 deep and none of them are hitting me as like something I want to have.
Yeah. How are you on Amberana? Is that, like, something that you
I'm at,
generally don't
uh,
like?
yeah, I'm out on it. Everything that I've had so far, I'm not a fan of.
So I have a theory that Amberana finishes are like the cilantro of the whiskey world. You
But I
either
love
love it.
cilantro. What? Oh,
No,
you
but
either love it
okay.
or hate it?
Right. Yeah, you either love it or
Okay.
you hate it, and I think some people it doesn't taste the same as it does to other people. Like, you know how some complain that cilantro is like soap, which is
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
cilantro tastes like soap. Like, I think the same is true with Amberana, where some people think it tastes like cinnamon toast crunch, and other people get like weird, like awful woody notes off of it. So
So cilantro though, I'm the guy that puts like if I'm having a like good tacos, I'm putting a lot of cilantro on there.
okay.
Cilantro and lime.
So don't come eat tacos at your house, is what you're
Don't
saying.
eat, correct. Don't eat tacos with
Okay,
me. I'm not even a big taco fan. I've actually talked a lot of crap on tacos over the year, which is another story for another time, but
it's fair. I did not actually realize that we were like my house to your house is half the distance of my house to Sherry's house.
my house to your house is half the
Yeah,
distance. Oh, really?
yeah. Like, cause you're just above King of Prussia, and I'm like just outside of Lancaster, so it's probably only like 45 minutes between us.
I'm gonna be in Lidditz in a couple of weeks. How far are you from Lidditz?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay.
What you
I'll
doing in
message you. I'll see
Lidditz?
if you want to go out. My wife actually, they have a prenatal massage place up there, so my wife wants to
Okay,
go and get a massage up there for the
nice.
baby, and then we'll probably do go out in the town. I've heard Lidditz is like a nice town you can walk around in, and then check the shops out, and then probably do dinner or something. So I'll message you
Yeah,
guys and see if you want to meet us for dinner or something if you're close.
yeah. Sounds good. So what are you thinking about your Nulu blind?
I think two is better than one. I've been back and forth. I actually had to pour more of one up because one is good. I'm just trying to figure out there's something on the very front of it, like right when you sip it, it's not bad by any means, but it's like
Yeah,
I'm focusing on it and I can't really pick out what it is.
it was like really rye spice and cola to me. Like, it almost tasted like an alcoholic Coca Cola.
Okay, I can see that. It's definitely more. It's more spicy in that rye sense of things than everything. Everything else is super sweet. I feel like, which is why I feel like I'm leaning towards two. I feel like two is super sweet for me. And then four is definitely my favorite. I mean, I don't think it's close, and I'm hoping this is the $170 bottle one because if three is the 170, we're in trouble. Nulu's in trouble for me. I might never buy one again.
Have you
I
opened
haven't even
one
touched
so
this for
far?
the longest time. I don't know what this is. It's smoky to me though.
Matt says not a fan of Amberana, and the Old Elk cigar cut does not contain it.
Okay. That's weird because a lot of cigar cuts usually go amber on it, at least.
They have recently, but a lot of the like OG ones, like
Fade away from it.
Magnus Magnus cigar blend, has like four finishes. It's like Armagnac, sherry, and something else. And then it
Like a
seems
real
like there's
cigar
either
blend.
like four finishes or just Amberana. Like there's no in
Right.
between.
I just don't understand why we're calling amberana finishes cigar blends or anything. Like just call it an amberana finish.
They do actually hold up, I think, well to a cigar, and like the flavors, even after like the cigar has blown your palate and your nose, like it does a good job, I think, of holding a very similar flavor through that whole process.
Okay. If somebody donates twice, do you want me to just add them together and then add the tickets to the same one, or do you want me to put it in there twice?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can add them together.
Matt coming in with another 25. Appreciate you, Matt.
Dump truck Dave. Nah, it's Armagnac.
Nah, it's Armagnac. That's what I'm saying. This is from JMD. I don't even know what that means, Matt. Have I been
JMD.
drinking?
There we
Bourbon
go.
Besties in the house. Getting here. Who
Yeah,
am I
what's up?
Venmoing? Sherry, Venmo me. Bourbon of the week.
Yep. Links are in the description. We'll actually do the real quick spiel again. Raffle details are here. They are also in the description. Bottle raffle list is pretty cool. And now that I know Sherry's here, I can talk shit on Elmer T. Lee. Um, that is legitimately the only bottle out of this that I would not like be over the moon to get. But I don't know. Elmer T. Lee doesn't do it for me. But all of these other bottles are fantastic. And if you enter tonight, you and include your full name, email, phone number, make the transaction private, but also include your YouTube name. You are entered to win another set of bottles. So it's kind of like you're entering a 2-for-1 deal. So definitely do that. Pretty cool. Um, CBC Gaming, how many tickets have been bought so far?
I think we're up to like 47 maybe because 15 for the $100 ones. So I'll add it up here in a second. We just got another 25 from Keith. So that's another
Also, I
three.
had to apparently open the window because it was stuck at 255. We're now at 405. So if we get up to 500, I will add another bottle to the mix. Currently, I've got a Blanton's Mini, some stickers, and a full size Blanton's that I have added. And you know what? We'll throw in some samples too. You can go through my collection and pick 1 ounce of whatever you want. Chris has added his backbone pick, which is that's bourbon, right? Or is it rye?
Yep, the 8-year Kelvin bourbon.
Nice, nice. MGP sourced Kelvin barrels. Pretty cool. No, Sherry. I was not talking shit about you. I'm talking shit about Elmer T. Lee. That man and I do not agree on how whiskey should be. May he rest in peace.
Keith with another 25. I think I got that in. Nope, I didn't. Let me finish that up. Check this. Another 100 coming from Sherry. You're too good to us.
That's awesome.
Sherry is the best.
Her and Chris stuck it out at my baby shower and watched the entire Eagles game there.
Oh, yeah?
Kept me company.
God bless those two.
Bourbon Bestie says, when you win that gooch, you can give it to me. I would actually, probably, honestly.
That's fair. So I'll tell you my original my original goal, and Sherry will tell you that she laughed at me from the very beginning. But my original goal was 1,000, and now we're 6 days away. With let me once I add this up, I'll double check it. But I think we're pushing 5,000 at this point, which is
That's
absolutely
awesome.
crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then I did some of you know, but I work at an ice cream store, local ice cream store here down in King of Prussia, and we did a Saturday fundraiser for the same thing for Team Steve and childhood cancer, and
Mhm.
we donated 20% of all sales for the day, and I think we almost hit 700 for that for the day. So that on top of this, we're pushing almost 6,000 out at the end of the day, which is crazy to me.
Can we be real quick though? The fact
Yes.
that your business donated $700, but some random people on WhiskeyTube have almost gotten to 5,000. How
Correct.
cool is that?
I told you Whiskey Tube is where these people are amazing. I've never doubted what Whiskey YouTube. I've seen it done before, which is why I went in this direction because I've seen it
Yep.
done, and
Yeah.
it's just
Sherry goes, I knew he was getting to 5K. Sherry, the
Sherry. Sherry's the optimist in this group. I'll be honest with you.
well, she's also the master of raffles. So, you know,
She is. Which is you thought I texted you a lot about the camera. Sherry gets a text from me every morning talking about the fundraiser.
yeah.
My biggest cheerleader too. She loves how so like I said, so optimistic, so amazing with everything that she's helped me with. So
Yeah, she's honestly one of the best parts of PA Bourbon Squad, not gonna lie. Not that I don't love Matt and Rocky and all of the
I
people
mean,
there,
Matt,
but
Rocky, you can give or take them, but Sherry, no, I'm kidding, Matt. I love you guys.
spoken like a true OG.
Yeah, something like that.
What was the Bourbon Squad count when you joined? Do you remember?
Oh, I think they just told me this a while ago. It was low when I joined. I forget. Matt might know it off the top of his head, to be quite honest with you.
I know I was under 5,000. I think I might have been close to 1,000. Like I got in when it was like roughly that, but Matt can feel free to correct me because Matt remembers stuff like that.
3 is so wild to me. How bad the nose is and how semi decent the palate is. That's going to bother me when you tell me whatever that is. I can promise you.
Matt O'Driscoll says, "What the hell, dude?"
Littlewood, your dad is mad. I'm mad because I forget how many people were in when I joined, or because I haven't talked about him yet.
That he
No,
really
I
could go
love
either
Matt.
way.
Yeah, it could. Big stick, big mad. That's right.
Love that.
So we are up to, hold on, 4,556 total in the Venmo, plus, like I said, 700 from the others. So, I mean, we have 6 days left. I think we'll get to 5K on this easy. We're already over 5K as far as the full thing goes. Um, but close to 5K strictly off of Whiskey Tube, which is crazy.
Dude, that's awesome. It's so cool. I
Love
also
me
have
and
to
no
keep
love for him.
refreshing the I have to keep refreshing the page so it'll update
Oh,
the
the
number. But
total.
we're 5:30, which is awesome. Still got about another 20-25 minutes till we do our drawing. So we're drawing for in this specific like what we're drawing for tonight. Chris's backbone pick, which I've heard is fantastic. Looks great. I am giving away a Blanton's mini and a sticker pack, including let's put that right side up. Uh, Brand new Gentleman Whiskey stickers, and just one of these, but I Break for Bourbon bumper stickers. Those are going to be in my merch store, which is dropping soon. Very excited for that. And then giving away a full bottle of Blanton's as well, which is good, I think. I think a lot of people would be excited to get that.
People like that.
And if you turn around and give it to somebody that you think will like it more, that would be okay too. So, we got to
One seems a
5:30.
little hotter. 5:30. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, Looking around the war chest.
500 to 600. Michael, if you're in the house, by the way, see, this is the hard part. I want to make sure that everybody that is donating here is in here tonight. So Michael, if you're in here, just like comment your YouTube name. That way we know you're part of tonight's drawing and not somebody who saw one of my videos recently and then is just
Yeah.
posting, you know?
Yeah, that is why we
Just
mentioned to put that. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to give away, in addition, since we reached 500, this Woodford Reserve Double Oaked pick.
ooh.
Yeah. And since I decided it right this second, I'm also going to add this bottle of Crown Royal Peach, which some people will scoff at. This is my favorite flavored whiskey.
It's so good. It's so good.
We just agree on something?
No, I'm a big I don't want to I don't want this to sound bad. I'm a big shot taker. Like if I'm at a bar and I just want to have
Mm,
like one or two drinks, I'm just going to take a shot because I'm not going to sit there and sip on a drink all night. But Crown Apple used to be my go-to until I
okay.
found Crown Peach. The problem is a lot of bars won't have Crown Peach, at least around me. It's delicious though.
Yeah, I love the Crown Peach. Also, I'm partly giving it away, so it's out of my house. We have an open one downstairs, and I have kept up, but I need to obviously clear out bottles so that the room that I'm in right now can be a baby room and not a whiskey room. So, you know. Did you see
Crown
Matt came in?
Peach. Yeah.
Estimating Littlewood came in around 500-600 members. Googe came around 12 to 1300. That makes sense. And Sherry apparently came in 1,000 to 1,200.
5 to 600 is crazy because now they're pushing how many at this point?
Ooh, Sherry's Sherry's helping out. She said y'all get to 750 and I'll get you a delicious grape brandy Starlight pick. I'm assuming that is from
Ooh,
Tomar's.
gotta be a
I have
Tomar's.
heard nothing but good things about that pick. So what are we at right now? 555. So if we get another
Try and refresh that one more
$195.
time. See if it. Okay, yeah, 555 sounds right.
Yeah, no, we're good. So yeah, we're if we can get to 750, Sherry's gonna add to the stretch goals. If we can get to
If
1,000, I
if
will
we go
add
a
a
thousand,
crazy bottle.
I'll add something at 1,000.
If we can get to 1,000, I will add one of my favorite decently available bottles of the year.
Ooh, bottle of the year. What do you have as your 2024 whiskey of the year? Are you allowed to disclose that here on stream?
Yeah, sure. I'm not like, you know me. I don't care about
Yeah,
the element of surprise
I'm
or whatever.
what's up there right now?
So far, what's up there? Believe it or not, Old Forester 1924 is pretty far up there.
Okay, I haven't had it.
Um, well, it sounds like I need to send you a sample because it's,
You might have to.
especially if you like some of the stuff on this list, it's pretty much up your alley. Smoke Eye Hill is probably going to make the top 10.
Okay.
Um, honestly, the ECBP Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524 was pretty good.
ECBP B524. I haven't had that one either. I was hoping C9 or C924 was going to be a little bit older, but I've
Mm.
seen some pictures of people saying it's still 11 years, so I might try and pick up whatever comes out that I can find if the B524 is still around.
All right, here's a good discussion question. James Jordan, who subscribed earlier, so thank you for that. Woodford Reserve Double Oaked versus Old Forester 1910. Which would you pick? Go.
Woodford Reserve Double Oaked versus Old Forester 1910. If we're talking a Woodford Reserve Double Oaked pick, I would most likely do the pick. If we're talking straight up Woodford Reserve
Yeah.
Double Oak, like here in Pennsylvania off the shelf, I'm probably go 1910 personally. But the picks, I have a pick over here, and it's crazy different compared to my original Woodford Reserve, and a lot better for me personally.
Yeah. I think I'm on the fence on that. I don't honestly care for either that much, but I think I'd probably go 1910 over standard Woodford Reserve double oaked. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think the standard offerings, it's not close for me. It's 1910. I
Yeah.
think if you get a good pick, those Woodford picks can be something special. Sherry said if you showed up to a bottle share, you'd had Chris. All right, Sherry, I'm trying. Sherry, I'm trying. You put them on days I'm working all the time. I'm hopefully gonna get to one here in October or November. Over the winter, I will definitely be at one
Yeah.
because I have no excuse then.
Yeah. Do you? I've said this for a little bit, and do you agree or disagree with this statement? Seems to
Okay.
me like Old Forester has a little bit of a quality control issue in that some of their bottles of their core like whiskey row offerings are not as good as others.
I don't know if I've drank enough of multiple bottles within one specific lineup to make a call on that, but I don't know. I've only maybe ever had 2 or 3 bottles of 1920. 1920 is my favorite. 1910, maybe 2 bottles, and then, like, from there, it goes down. I don't know if I've had enough to be able to say that, but I could see it, I guess.
Yeah, especially 1920 for me. Like 1920 is either like really really good or perfectly subpar. And it's like I never really know what I'm getting. So, for the most part, I really don't buy 1920 anymore.
So they did the label change, and I know there was some controversy over if they were changing the whiskey within it, and I don't know if that's what happened. And maybe you had like an old bottle which was good, and then a new bottle which isn't so good with the new label or whatever they changed. Of course, they're only going to tell you that the label changed, but
Right.
maybe something within it changed. And I could see that. A lot of companies do move away from like if it doesn't have an age statement on it and it used to all be
Right.
7 and 8 years and now they're
Right.
like, "Hey, we ran out of some 7 and 8 year whiskey. Now it's 5
Right.
to 6 and it doesn't taste the same." I could see that, especially with a company
Right.
that big that's producing that much whiskey.
Well, and a company that is constantly adding new products, and I mean you think about it this way: the 1920 is directly pulling barrels away from the upcoming 1920, well, the 1924 and then subsequent batches of
Right.
1924, but then also their barrel strength single barrels, or even they're not barrel strength single barrels, but like those things are definitely like pulling away from the quality of the product. Dan St. Hilaire says they definitely have quality control issues with shipping. I would love to hear more about that.
Ooh, like directly from the
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think they do any
I've
direct
never I've
shipping.
never ordered directly from
I don't think you can. I don't think they have a website. Maybe they'd go through a reserve bar, but I don't think you can. Uh, CBC
another
Gaming asks, "How
50
do you guys
comes
find
in.
barrel picks in PA? I never see anything here in Central PA." Well, simple answer: you go outside of PA, or you
I would
grab
agree.
whatever
They
fine wine and get. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a fine wine and good spirits pick, which is usually like for the better stuff. So I have the Blanton's Gold, which is the one I'm giving away on September 30th. I have a Weller Antique 107, which I'm giving away on September 30th, which is also a fine wine and good spirits pick. And that's just you get lucky on those online drops. But as far as like in Pennsylvania picks, you're few and far between, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Kevin Davis with a 50. Kevin Davis, you in the house? We saw Mike. Mike, I got you by the way. Michael, I saw you in here saying that you're here, so you're in here, don't worry.
Hey,
50.
if JMD wins, I know who that is. They just don't want
Yeah,
their name out there.
Matt messaged me as well, so
Okay.
we'll make sure we get it to the right people. Got 117 ordered 2-pack. They sent one bottle, they shipped to New Hampshire. They
Mm.
shipped to New Hampshire?
Oh, so the 117 series, the like half bottles, they do special release stuff.
I didn't know distilleries were allowed to ship direct to consumer. I thought that was the whole point of the three-tier system.
I mean, they don't in all technicality. They sell it to a distributor and then either sell it
The
back to the
distributor
gift
ships
shop.
it,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, it's the same way like any distillery sells in their gift shop. They have to sell it to the distillery or to the distributor to then buy it back to
Right.
sell it in their gift shop. Sometimes that happens digitally, where they'll just say, "Oh, this pallet has been bought by
Right.
CBC
And then
Distillery."
bought
Yeah,
back or shipped back.
distribution and then
Yeah.
bought back. Right. So
Just get rid of it. Get rid of the three-tier system. Faith, you haven't missed it yet. We haven't guessed yet. I don't even know if I have guesses for you. I have one guess on number 4. I have are any here's a question for you.
oh, go for it.
Are any of these Nulu Ryes?
No, they're not. They're all bourbon.
Okay. I was kind of concerned about one of them, but now that makes me feel a little bit better. 3 to me is still I have no clue. I have no clue what this is. What's up, Brad?
Brad, one of the leaders of the 717 Bourbon Society that I just spent like an entire weekend with.
If you click that
Russell's Reserve
refresh, we should be up
15.
to 600 maybe, 605,
Yeah, I sure can
or is it the
refresh. Yep, we are at 6:05. So, if
605?
you are just joining us or have missed comments or whatever, Sherry has said that she will add a stretch goal at 750. So, thanks to Sherry for doing that. It is a Starlight Grape Brandy pick, which I have heard absolutely nothing but good things about. And then I have said that if we get to 1,000 on stream, which is $400 in about, we'll give it 15, 20 minutes, something like that. We'll draw at 9:30 exactly on the dot and then end the stream. But if we get to 1,000, I will add one of my favorite readily available bottles, and it is a banger. So that's where we're at.
Uh-oh, Brad coming in here with a little insider information. Did you sneak a KY Fest Nulu into the blind? Was there a KY Fest specific
There were three
Nulu in
of
the
them.
blind that specifically they brought to KY Fest that they're releasing,
Yes.
or that okay. They're
Yeah.
releasing
There
them
were
or they're
there were
not releasing them?
there were three exclusive single barrels to the Bourbon Fest. And yes,
Brad
Brad,
coming
it
in
is
with
one of
some
them.
great information before we get it. Before we get some guesses in here. Bourbon, give me. You don't have to tell me a lot. Give me a scale of 1, you would never go back. It was the worst event that was ever run. To 10, top tier, no questions asked, the best bourbon event that probably ever exists. Where did you put KY Bourbon Fest for you?
8. We'll go 8. And
8. Damn.
it was great. Look, it is something that I think and I know Matt can attest to this as well because Matt's gone and he actually gave me a bunch of advice before I went. But I think it is
Drink water.
fantastic. I think it's one of the events that you absolutely have to go to. The very little stuff that I didn't like, and it's just I think for me, tailoring my expectations and kind of knowing what goes into it the next time, I can have more fun. But also, this as a creator, you want to get content while you're there. So I think I spent too much of my own time making content and maybe not enough
Right.
enjoying the moment.
Which is tough because of course you want to do that,
Right.
but yeah, you also want to experience what everything has to offer. Is it too much whiskey? Be honest. Is it too much in either one day or over the course of the whole time there? Is it too much whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah,
Simple answer, yes. I mean, it wasn't for me because I didn't try everything, but I tried a lot of what was interesting to me. So like
right.
the first day I had mostly just legacy distillery stuff because it's kind of broken into sections. Like all of the like legacy and like more popular distilleries are kind of all around each other. So you got like your Green Rivers, your 1792 Bartons, your Rabbit Hole, your Angel's Envy, distilleries that might not be technically legacy distilleries, but they're like more established
Big
than
enough
like
to
let's say EJ Curley or Augusta or Mary
right.
Dowling, and then the craft area. And I didn't try as much in the craft area as I thought I would. I kind of judged by the booths themselves and was like, if it looks interesting, I'll try it. If not, I won't.
That makes sense.
So, if you tried to drink every sample at every distillery over the course of the weekend, because there were 66 distilleries, like 200 plus whiskeys, I'm sure it would be
Yeah,
you would be
you'd be
drunk
done.
so quick.
Hit that refresh button for me real quick. Brad, are you in the house? I just want to. Oh, that's Brad. I'm assuming. Yeah, I see Brad.
7:05. All
Okay.
right, so we are 45 away from
45 away.
Sherry stretch goal.
45 away from Sherry putting something in here, and then 295 away from another bottle added from you and a bottle added from me.
All
45
right,
from Sherry
Johnny.
and 295 from both of us.
So Johnny said I donated prior to the live and would like to contribute some more for now, but for some reason I'm locked out of my Venmo. All right, so both of us know Johnny. If he says a
I do
number
know
that he's
Johnny.
going to add, do you mind adding it to tonight's?
I
Because we know
trust
he's good
John. I
for it.
trust Johnny with my life. So whatever he wants to tell me, I'll
Yeah.
put it in
All right,
there.
Johnny. If you just tell us how much you want to donate, we'll add it, and then you can Venmo later. Is there a link in the chat to donate? Sorry for my lack of YouTube skills. I specialize in drinking bourbon. It is in the description for the video. So it's not in chat, but it is in the video description. Brad also with the assist here. Dan, link to Bourbon of the Week Venmo is in the description. Exit out of the comments. Killing it.
That's have you noticed that YouTube switched up their interface when it comes to like YouTube lives and stuff like that?
I gotta be honest. The last time I even watched a live was yours.
Okay, which was
So
forever ago. So it used to be like your video and then the comments were below along
yeah,
with the description everything. Now
yeah,
it's your video is a little bit bigger, which I like, but the comments are over here and then you almost
mm,
have to like exit out of the comments to get into the description or anything like
yeah.
that. So like people who are looking for like what's this about, they have to literally click the X button out of the live stream comments and then they have to click back into the live stream comments if they want to live stream talk. I'm in for 25 more. I got you, Johnny.
All right, just saying, guys. We got 14 minutes before the drawing. If we get to 750, Sherry adds a bottle. If we get to 1,000, I add another bottle.
As well as
So
myself. I'll add another at 1,000 as well. So we're at 7. I think with Johnny's 25, which I just added in there, we should be at 730.
nice. All right, so
So
Chris, decision time. We need to wrap up your Nulu blind.
yes,
What do you
you're right.
think?
You're right. You're right. 4 is my favorite. No questions asked.
Okay.
I think I like 2 better than 1. I think 2's giving me a little bit more. So I'm going to say 4, 2, 1, 3. I'm going to say that 4 is the expensive $170 bottle. I'm going to say that unfortunately, I'm going to say that 3 is probably the 110, and then these 2 are fighting for the I think it was 65 and was it like 100 or something like that for the other
85, I
bottle?
think. I think it was 85.
85s. I think 1 and 2 are fighting for the 65, 85, just because 3 is giving me something different, so I think that that's going to be more expensive for some reason. 4, I think, is double oaked or some kind of maybe like a French oak fit, like some kind of stave finish,
Mm,
some kind of oak influence going on in that one. And if it's not, that's crazy to me. It's got to be super old. Um,
okay.
and then 1, I think is there's like a honey-ish influence on me. I don't know
Mm,
if Nulu has a honey finish or like I don't want to say it's like a Rio, which some people say is like super sweet, honey-ish like that. But like, does Nulu have a honey finish?
they do.
Okay, so 1 is my guess for a honey finish. 2, I have no idea. That just tastes really good. And then 3 again is like smoky burnt band-aids. So there's that.
Uh, Brad Lefevre says, Chris, hint number 2, tasting anything radioactive?
Oh, I mean, maybe 3. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe I'm
Gary Poltanowitz says, hold on, I'm coming in.
okay. We got We got Callie Drams in the house with 25. Everybody, hold on. Go ahead. You tell me what's going on here while I we're getting a lot of last minute
Right.
Venmos in here, which I
Hey,
love.
you do your thing. I'll talk about the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
Johnny Dean says Nulu has a honey and a toasted honey.
A honey and
Uh,
a hold on. A toasted honey.
yeah.
There's no way one's toasted. Is there?
Don't read the comments.
Okay. I'm not even looking. I'm not gonna look up. Let me put these in here.
Gary's trying to spoil it for you.
Don't spoil it. Gary.
Link isn't working for me. Direct to my Venmo. I'll just pay Chris at Bourbon of the Week Venmo with the total.
That works.
Yes.
Bourbon of the week. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Lisa, are you here? Lisa, you here tonight? Again, I just want to make sure that everybody we're adding is here.
Ooh.
Sherry, I'm sorry, but you're donating at this point.
Up to
BALD.
755. All right. Hey, I'm going to grab these bottles real quick. So don't pay
Do
attention
that.
to the screen.
I'm not. Lisa, if you're here tonight, just message in the chat so I know your YouTube name.
Gary says, man, I just logged in and I'm already better guessing than Littlewood.
God damn it, Gary.
I mean, though. So number 4 was all over Whiskey Tube, we'll say, over the past couple days.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the $170 bottle at least?
It is.
That
Whoa,
makes me feel better.
855. That means we only
Oh,
got
we're not even done.
245 to
We're not even
go
done
in
yet.
10 minutes. We're not done yet. Hell yeah.
No, I'm still adding. Dan, which one are you? Dan, yeah, okay. We're here. Same one.
Dan St. Hilaire.
Yep. Gary, you're too good to me. Gary, I'm just putting Gary P, just so you know.
All right, we're up to 880.
Hold on, one more time. Now.
980. Oh, we are 20 away. Let's go. This is the way it always goes, man. The last push always
Everybody
gets you
gets all
crazy.
excited at the end. Everybody gets all
Yeah.
excited at the end. I love it.
All right. So, do you want me to real quick before we finish up your Nulu blind, which we need to do? I'm gonna tell you guys what I add in $20. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm about to donate myself.
Woodford Masters collection from this year.
Ooh.
I'm gonna throw that in. So 20 more bucks. This gets added
What's
to the
the
pot.
proof on that?
121.2.
121.2.
This is one of my favorite readily, well, I consider it readily available. It is definitely a limited edition, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still some on the state's website. So
Yeah, here in PA, you can definitely get it if you need it.
Gary says, sorry, had to splash the pot. Johnny Dean says, great bottle. It is a great bottle. I agree. I think it's actually pretty stag-like. I think now that Elizabeth McCall has taken over, their Woodford Reserve Masters collection is fantastic and is pretty stag-like, even if it's like $90 more than stag.
Matt says Matt says JMD wants to push it over the edge to 5,000 with another 25.
Dude's almost
I'm
1,000
also
raised during this live. That's awesome.
Matt, I'm also gonna give you so like 25 would be 225s would be 6, but obviously I'm gonna give you the 7 there with the 50.
So Gary said, I thought we would see a stag coming. No, you love that one. You know, I do love stag, and the problem is that I open all of mine as soon as I get them. So I don't really have an unopened one that I can raffle off. So
Hit
I
that
did
refresh
also
one more
say
time for
readily
me.
available. I'm sorry, Chris. I walked over you.
No, you're good. Hit that refresh one more time. Let's see it happen.
Hit that refresh button. $1,005, dude. Let's go.
1005. Absolutely wild.
All right, you ready for your Nulu? Got any more guesses?
No, I think I've told you enough. I think I've told you all the information that I personally think I have.
Okay. Which one do you want to know first?
Give me three. Give me three first. My least favorite.
Nulu finished in Amberana.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. All I've been saying all night is how much I don't like Amberana, and there we are. There we are.
See, I was subtly
It's not
hinting at it
good.
too. That's why.
I didn't
So
know.
114
It's
proof.
not good.
This one is actually one of my more favorite Amberana finishes. But if you
Okay.
don't like
I
Amberana,
thought that was
it makes sense.
disgusting.
Fair enough. It is an R bourbon pick, 114 proof, and 5.5 years old, so it is on the older side of Nulu's offerings. Which one do you want to know next?
Give me number one was my third.
Number one is just a straight Nulu bourbon whiskey pick from Liquor Barn. 116 proof, not age stated.
Just a straight Nulu. Again, I didn't think it was bad. That and two were back and forth for me. I didn't think one was bad. I thought one was my favorite amongst the two early on, but I think two gave me a little bit more. So I'm interested. Give me number two right now.
Give you number two. It is a Nulu toasted barrel pick from Justin's House of Bourbon.
Ooh, Justin's House. They got some reputable picks.
They have
I'm
some
I'm
disreputable
not
picking up
usually a
of whiskey
toasted
too.
guy, but that gave me a little bit more flavor that I liked. So
Okay.
here's a question before we get into number four. We already know
Yep.
number four is my favorite and the $170 bottle. What was one and two? Were they the 65 and 85?
They were. Yep.
I'm 3 for 3 at this point. What was number four? Tell me it was like a French oak or something like that, or a double oaked.
It is not.
Okay,
Do you want any
it's
more
got to be
guesses?
older then. Just an older age statement. That's the only other thing I have.
It is a Nulu, Kentucky sourced that is hazmat. So it comes in at
Really?
6 years old, 140 proof, 6 years, 3 months. So it
There's
is
no
older for Nulu, but not like I wouldn't call it
just a straight bourbon.
just straight Kentucky bourbon, Bardstown Bourbon
And
Company
this was
sourced.
Bardstown Bourbon Company sourced,
Yep.
140 proof. And this was a release that they only brought to KY Bourbon Fest.
Yep. 78 bottles yielded from this barrel,
And you have
and it
one
was
of
a.
the bottles.
I have one of the bottles.
That might
I
be
also got
2020
it.
year. Have you
I
not? Have
also
you not in contention?
um, it's possible. It needs to go on the big board first. Those are my rules now. So I gotta knock out some big board reviews, and I mean, it's dang good. They gave me a
That
sample, and I was like, this is not hazmat. There's no way.
I couldn't. I wanted to put that over 120, 125 at most.
Yeah, no, it's. I agree. I also got signed by Chase, the master distiller, or master blender, or whatever you want to call him. Also, dude is a big Cowboys fan, and I believe Brad got him to write "Go Birds" on his bottle
Love that.
after him telling us to f off, which I got on
Love
camera,
that as well.
by the way. So, all right, what are your thoughts? Let's wrap this up a little bit. We got 3 minutes till the reveal.
My
Nulu,
thoughts are that Nulu's great. That is absolutely 170. I'm not mad about 170 on that anymore.
yeah,
I like that a lot. You said what, 83 bottles produced? 87,
I think it
something
was
like
like
that.
78. Yeah, think
That's
I
crazy.
can't remember the sign, but I think it said 78.
I think again, you got to get that on the big board sooner rather than later because I think
Okay,
that's in in contention. Now, I've got no spoilers. Russell's Reserve 15 up there. Thank you, Sherry, for that. And the double oaked from 13th Colony is those two are currently fighting. This one would battle those for sure.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I thought when I tried it, I mean, they only give you little sample cups, but like I was like, that does not like it wasn't. It was barely even hot.
Yeah, it's not 140. None of these came off as hazmat, so for that to be hazmat is crazy.
Right.
Are they planning on releasing anything outside of KY Bourbon Fest in that realm? Obviously, they can't release this. This was a single barrel?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a single barrel. I mean, they do picks, and it just ends up being whatever. I've seen hazmat picks from Nulu before, but I'm sure they're expensive.
Yeah,
I
I mean that
mean,
was good.
it look
Scott
it,
Weaver
it
with
spoke
another
for
50.
itself. If it was sight unseen, I would have probably not paid 170 for it. But after having
Right.
tried it, I was like, I got to. But everybody was
Unable
going
to load
ape
page.
over the maple brulee finish that they had at the festival. Like, dude, all of the influencers were going nuts over it.
There was
It's crazy.
another. Who's the brand that just rebranded? I just got an email from them.
Just rebranded.
They were I forget. I'll have to look it up real quick. Scott Weaver, let me put him in real quick. There was a brand that just rebranded their name. Lawrenceburg something.
Lawrenceburg Distilling Company or something like that. It's
Yeah,
Lawrenceburg,
something like
Kentucky,
that.
not Lawrenceburg, Indiana, right?
Yes, correct.
Because Lawrenceburg's where Four Roses and Wild Turkey are.
Right. We
Heh.
got another 50 that came in late. You can cut it whenever you want to call it, and then I'll stop.
All right, we'll cut it as soon as you're done updating these.
I think I got one more. I think I got everybody in here.
Okay.
1377.
Yeah, I mean, either look, you guys are still entered in the big raffle either way. So if you
Yeah, no
still
matter
love
what,
doing
you're
it,
still in
awesome.
the September 30th raffle for sure. But if you want to hit that refresh, I think I've got everybody in here. We got a
Uh,
lot of entries here.
1125, dude, that is awesome. I
So I know at
I
1,000, I said I was going to throw another bottle in, which obviously I'm going to. I don't want to I don't want to say that this right here is my favorite bottle of the pick that we just do. I don't know if people are rye drinkers or not. This is a
yeah.
double oaked rye. Um, one of one of my favorite double oaked ryes that I've ever had, and I'm not a big rye drinker. I think it drinks like a bourbon drinker's rye. We call it the boot clapper. It's crazy
Mm,
good. So I'm gonna throw that
yeah.
into the mix
Okay.
for tonight for somebody.
All
And
right.
then Sherry said she was putting something in there as well.
Yeah. She's adding. Okay. Let's real quick go over all the stuff that we have. So you added two bottles, one of your rye, one of the um, bourbon from Backbone, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's two entries. I am adding a Blanton's single barrel and sorry, a Blanton's mini, one of my brand new I Break for Bourbon bumper stickers, one of my brand new regular stickers, and a Blanton's mini that is one. Then I'm adding just a regular old Blanton single barrel, and then I am adding this Woodford Double Oaked pick from Liquor World and a Woodford Reserve Masters Collection 121.2. So we've got one, two, three, four. You've got five, six. And then Sherry's adding one for seven total prizes, if I did my math correctly.
I believe that's correct.
Okay. Did
The
you
question is,
input stuff into the wheel?
no, but I can do that right now if you need me
No, I
to.
got it. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Raffle wheel list. Where did
Big Stick
you
loves
drop
Rise.
those?
They should be in the Google Sheets. Do you need it somewhere else?
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me. You're gonna have to carry this live stream real quick so I can make
No,
sure that
that's
I get the
fine.
right amount of tickets to these
You
people.
do your thing. I'm going to pour up, first of all, some of this boot clapper rye. KY Bourbon Fest, the only reason I'm very upset that I didn't get to go, I have 2 weddings that were one was the other weekend, and then one's coming up this weekend coming up. So I couldn't really take the time off for everything in between. And then I think Mash and Drum, Jason Mash and Drum is doing his in Bardstown this coming weekend. So I know a lot of people are coming down there this Wednesday, which is Wednesday and Thursday, which is crazy too. So I'm jealous that you got to go down to Bardstown Bourbon Fest. I wish I had an opportunity to go down there. Hopefully next year I'll be able to get down there. I was just turned around because I was going to try something else, but we'll try this right here. And I just want to say thank you once again to you, John, and then to everybody else that donated because this is crazy. I mean, we're up over $5,000 here just on Whiskey Tube, and then like I said before, another $700 on my other fundraiser. So I'm very competitive by nature, and I have a bunch of people within Team Steve that I'm competing against. Not saying, we have to win, but we're going to make sure that we're at least close because I don't like to lose either. Shake and bake, Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. So,
Look, we're all competitive here, especially
yeah,
when we're competing against cancer.
easy thing to compete against. I can promise you that.
It's all right. I'm
And
struggling with
John,
basic math right now.
math's, I'm bad at math. Plus, you got to be up in like 4.5 hours. So, I don't even know how you're doing
If you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist.
it.
All right.
5,135 is what I'm up to personally total, plus again that 700. So we're gonna push 6,000 going into our September 30th live stream. So again, if you don't have to be present to win on September 30th, we're gonna do our giveaways tonight. But everybody who entered tonight is still entered in the big drawing on September 30th. So appreciate everybody who did that. Hopefully you guys can win some bottles there as well if you don't win tonight. And let your friends know, let anybody else that you know in the whiskey community who likes whiskey, anything like that, to enter so that we can. I mean, 7,000 isn't off the table at this point.
I think it's very attainable. If we've learned anything with Sherry's raffles, it is that people are in this community, especially, are freaking generous, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy how generous this community is. 717 is going back in 2026. If you want to join the group, I would love to. 2026 would be a great year for me too, because new baby will be pushing 2, and then current baby she won't be a baby anymore, which is crazy.
Dude, I
What
hear
was
you.
your initial goal, Chris? Oh, 1,500. My initial goal, Gary, was $1,000. And then somebody donated a Weller Foolproof, and they were like, you could probably raffle your Blanton's Gold and Weller Foolproof like on secondary sites for $1,000. And I was like, I'm just trying to do what I can do. But yeah, 5,000, 6,000 slash 7,000 is crazy. I'm no Sherry though. Look at Sherry over here. 50K, baby.
All right. Ticket numbers match, which is awesome. Copy into the wheel.
That someone's me that said that. All right, Gary. Gary's been very supportive from the beginning of this as well. Been helping me out a lot. So everybody at PA
That's
Bourbon
weird.
Squad has.
Hold on, the wheel's
What's weird?
malfunctioning for me. All right, the wheel's not going to look as cool because I got to start a new one.
Did, you don't have to re-enter everything, do you?
No, I did that in
Okay.
Google Sheets. So, all right. So let me make sure this is cool right now. You're going to go smaller. I'm going to need to resize this window slightly. And then we're going to do this. Do you want to keep track of winners for me?
Yeah, I'll write them down.
All right, and then to the people who are potentially winning, get a hold of either me or Chris at our Gmail accounts. My Gmail account, I believe, is at the bottom of this email or at the description with um, my link tree. Otherwise, are we ready to spin this wheel, Chris?
Let's spin it. I got your text ready up to send it to you, and we'll find out who. Do you want to call out what we're gonna give away, and then spin the wheel, and then we'll know
Yes.
what's what? Cool.
All right. So first giveaway, I think, is pretty easy with my Blanton's and sticker, like Blanton's mini and sticker pack. Let's go with that one first.
Got it.
I randomized the wheel. First winner is Jared Lee.
Jared.
Congratulations, Jared Lee. Jarod, if you didn't know.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Next one we'll give away is the Woodford Reserve pick. Give that away first.
Ready when you are.
All right. Woodford pick goes to Kevin Davis.
Kevin
Congratulations,
Davis.
Kevin. All right, next one. We're going to do the Blanton single barrel. I actually don't think it'll be this one. I think it will be one with box and bag. Don't ask me about letters. I don't know. All right, Blanton's goes to Wes Cayley, who is a
Wes.
Lancaster local. Or at least close enough to me to pick up bottles for me for Sherry's raffle.
Love that. Love that.
Do you want to give away...
We'll
you
do
want to
either
your,
one. We could do the rye or the 8-year Kelvin.
Let's do the... Which one do you think is the more...
I like the rye better, but a lot of people aren't rye
Okay.
drinkers, so I would go 8-year Kelvin.
Okay, 8-year Kelvin. Let's go. Oh, Wes Cayley wins again.
Wes, killing it.
All right. We'll go with your rye and then Sherry's.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So to win the backbone rye, I really hope it's Big Stick. I would laugh so hard.
We can only hope.
All right, Gary P.
Gary.
All right. So then Sherry's giving away a Starlight Grape Brandy pick. And that is going to go to Wes Cayley.
Wes is just on fire tonight.
Hey, I randomized this. So before anyone claims that I didn't, I did.
This guy's hacking. He's hacking.
All right, so that was 6, right? So we're just down to the Woodford.
No, you did the Woodford.
No. The batch proof.
Oh, yeah. You did the Blanton's, Woodford, Blanton's, 8-year DO, Starlight, and okay, yeah.
Okay, so before we get to this, the second one, the Wes won. He just messaged me. He wants to put it back in.
Okay.
So let's
Spin it
redraw for
again.
that one.
For the Starlight,
Yes, for the Starlight.
Starlight will be redrawn. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. That's a generous offer for you.
What a stand-up guy. All right, Lisa Balderson. I believe that will be a nice,
Starlight will
easy
go to
drop-off
Lisa.
because she lives close to Sherry as well.
Look at you getting everybody local.
Look at logistics, man. It's the power of
Love
Brown. All right, so finally the Woodford. The Woodford goes to Sherry Robertson. Let's go.
Sherry. That's her favorite, I
All
heard.
right. And Wes did mention that he wants to also donate back his other pick. So he's keeping the Blantons. He's donating the other one. Let's redraw for that one. That was the Woodford.
I only had West for 2 for the Blantons, and then the Jared Lee won the Blantons and the mini sticker. Kevin Davis won
Yep.
the Woodford reserve pick.
Okay.
Wes won the Blanton single barrel.
Yep.
Oh, the 8-year Kelvin, my pick.
Okay. So we're gonna redraw that one, and then we're gonna be done here.
We're gonna redraw the 8-year Kelvin. Okay.
Also, special thanks to Wes for distributing the wealth.
Yeah, that's crazy, Wes. I love you for that.
All right, Jared Lee. All right, do you want to say anything in summation here?
I think I've said everything I need to say. 1, to you, John, you've been amazing. 2, to everybody else in chat that's donated, that's been a part of this, that's either donated a bottle or sent some money. I know everybody wants to win something, but either way, we're sending money to help out a cause that's absolutely amazing. So
Yeah.
whether it was $3 or $100, everything helps. So I appreciate you guys for that. And September 30th, hopefully we can give away some more bottles to some people in this chat right here, for donating. And John, you have done an amazing job as always with putting the logistics together for something like this. I can't thank you enough for how much you've done for not only me in this tonight, but all together with everything you helped me with. So appreciate you for real.
Yeah, man. I very thankful that you asked for me to help collaborate. I'm always down for that. You know, I'm always willing to help. We talked earlier about my family struggles with cancer. So to me, I very very much say solidly fuck cancer. Like I would
Yeah.
very much like for that to be out of here. I don't even care. This stream's not monetized,
Yep.
so. But it is amazing. I mean, we raised $1,100 some dollars, right? 1,125. So that is directly going to the efforts of eradicating cancer off of the face of this earth, and it cannot be soon enough. So, Chris,
Couldn't have said it better myself, brother. And I know you stayed up late for us, so thank you for that as well, because this has been awesome.
absolutely. Thank you all who donated. You guys, it would literally have not been possible without you. So, thank you for your support and your donations, and good luck in the 9:30 raffle. All right, Chris.
Cheers,
Have a good
y'all.
night. See y'all.
Thank you.